Hello my dear students, today we will discuss the electrostatics part 2, which contains that we have to discuss the motion of the charged particle in the uniform electric field. Uniform electric field means if you will represent it in lines of force, it should be equispaced and parallel. In this uniform electric field, if you will enter a charged particle, we have to discuss what is its path, what happens to its velocity, and what happens to its trajectory. So we will start now. Now we have to take a uniform electric field, then we have to discuss the various problems associated with it. First part of our problem is motion of the charged particle in the uniform electric field. First case we have to discuss if the charged particle is kept at rest. Here charged particle means positive charge. If negative charge, then it will set to your questions negative charge particle. If you only written it is charged particle, we assume that it is positive charge. You see the electric field uniform or not? You see the diagram, the lines of force are parallel and equispaced, that means that is uniform electric field. Now a positive charge is at rest. What happens? If it is in electric field, definitely force will acting on it. And that formula you know that F is equal to QE. Again also you have remember that if it is a positive charge, then force is acting along the direction of electric field. So when a charged particle, positive charge particle will be kept here, instantaneously a electrostatic force acting on it in the direction of electric field. That means the charged particle starts to move with acceleration because force is acting on it. In which direction? Along the direction of electric field. So we will say that if charged particle is at rest, then it describes a straight line path. What is the nature of the path? Path nature is straight line path along the direction of electric field. If this topic what we have studied, now we will set into a problem. Into a problem means if the charged particle is initial at rest, then we have to discuss after what time it will cover a distance s. It is a problem of kinematics. It moves with constant acceleration. So we can use this formula. S is equal to ut plus half at square. As the particle was initially rest, so first term reduces to 0. So S is equal to half at square. So time will be 2s by a. Here a is acceleration acting on the charged particle. Acceleration means according to Newton's second law, that is force by mass, and here F is equal to QE because the charged particle is kept in the electric field. That's why this force is QE by m. Now we put the value of QE by m here. You see the time will be 2ms by QE. This is the formula that we have derived. If a charged particle is initially rest, it moves under the action of electric field and covers the distance s, then to cover this distance s, the time will be taken by this formula. Now we use this formula for a problem of proton and an electron. Both are charged particle, both are at rest, and both are kept in a uniform electric field. That means for both the charged particle, electric field is given. They will start to motion in the electric field. If a proton moves towards right, then electron will move towards left, because proton is a positive charge, it moves along the direction of electric field. Electron is a negative charge, it will move opposite to the direction of electric field. Our problem is that if both have to cover the distance s, in the same electric field, if both covers to the distance s, same electric field, again a proton and electron means the same charge, we have to discuss which one will reach fast. That means it is a running race, field is electric field, both proton and electron will start to run with acceleration. Which one will reach the fast after covering the distance s? So you can use this formula 2ms by QE. Now you see the formula. For this problem, E is constant, S is constant, Q is constant. So T proportional to M. That means more is the mass, more is the time. You know fundamental idea that electron has very less mass. So time taken for electron is very small. If time taken is very small, time taken for proton is large, so electron will reach fast. So keep in your mind, if in the same electric field, both proton and electron are raised and they are subjected to move a distance s, then which one will reach fast? Electron will reach fast. Now this problem you recall in the gravitational field. What happens? Now in the gravitational field, if initially it was rest, then time taken problem formula you have known earlier, 2h by 0 root over. For both proton and electron, acceleration due to gravity is same. So electron and proton will take same time. That means same problem, one is the electric field problem and another was the gravitational field problem. In electric field problem, electron will reach the first, but in gravitational problem, both will reach at same time. Why it happens? Now you see, here the acceleration is not a constant. In electrostatic field, acceleration is QE by M. It depends upon Q, E and M. But in case of gravitational field, that acceleration is constant. That's why in gravitational field, both will reach at same time. So this is a problem when a charged particle is at rest in the uniform electric field. You have to only remember the path is a straight line, and for numerical problem you can use the kinematic formula and you can easily calculate the time. If a problem comes to compare the different charge particle, you should use this data, then you can solve the problem. Now there is a second case. What happens second case here? Now second case is like that, the charged particle initially it moves in the direction of electric field. You see the diagram, electric field is given here, that is uniform electric field. Again you verify the lines of force are parallel and equispaced, and electric field direction is from left to right, and the charged particle starts to motion with velocity u. Instantly electric field is given means force will act on instantly. As force is acting, so it is accelerated, that means its velocity will be increased. So here also the charged particle describes straight line path along the direction of electric field with acceleration. Same as same problem, you can use the kinematics formula, you can calculate the time and the distance and the velocity. Now this is the third problem for you. This is very important. You see what happens here. Here the electric field, you just see the diagram first. Electric field direction is vertical upward, that means positive y-axis. And charge particle, that means positive charge particle, starts to move with the initial velocity along x-axis. That means here the charge particle is perpendicular to the direction of electric field. Then what will happen? Now you see, initially if you splitted the component initial velocity u, initial velocity along x-axis is u, initial velocity along y-axis is 0 because vertical component is 0. In this direction there is no initial velocity, in this direction initial velocity is u. As force is acting along y-axis, so acceleration is also acting along y-axis. What is acceleration? Force by mass. What is force? QE by m. QE divided by m. But in this direction there is no force, that means acceleration is 0. So again you remember what happens to your charge particle. In a y direction we are getting constant acceleration, in x direction we are giving constant velocity. You just remember in 11th class, you know this type of a problem in your projectile. Here is also charge particle will behave as a projectile because simultaneously in two perpendicular direction, one has constant velocity and in one direction is constant acceleration. That means your charge particle is a projectile and path will be parabolic. But here we have to discuss how the path is parabolic. That means we have to discuss the equation of trajectory. Equation of trajectory means the equation of a path. Equation of a path means the relation between x and y coordinate. You see the diagram when it will describe this parabolic path, there is the variation of x and y. Let initially x coordinate and y coordinate was 0. After time t, the x coordinate and y coordinate is x and y. That means when it reaches at the point P, it is horizontal distance cover is x and vertical distance cover is y and time taken is t. Now we have to establish the relation between x and y. Then you see the mathematics that we have used in projectile motion, equation of trajectory. How will you calculate equation of trajectory? Now you have to take O to P first horizontal equation. So you will see the horizontal equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. X suffix is given for horizontal motion. You just see the diagram and put the value. Sx means O to P horizontal displacement is how much? X. Initial velocity along x-axis is how much? U. Time taken from O to P is t. So put t here. As acceleration part in each x-axis is 0, second term is 0, x is equal to ut. That means t is equal to x by u. We keep this formula. Now same problem O to P, we are taking the vertical equation. Vertical equation means that's why y is written here. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now you see the diagram. Sy means y coordinate of the point P after time t. That is y. Y is put here. Initial velocity along y axis is 0. So first part is 0. And second part is half ay. Acceleration along y axis. Acceleration along y axis is force along y axis by mass. That means q into E by m. So I am putting here the acceleration along y axis is qe by m. Simple mathematics, not to be stressed, you can easily derive it. Half qe by m into t square. You just put the value of t x by u here, x square by u square. Same problem that we have done in our projectile motion in 11th class. That is qe by m and the t value is put here, x square by y square. Now the formula is written in this manner. qe by 2m u square whole into x square. That means these are the constant term. When a charge particle moves means no change. Given electric field means E constant. Mass of the charge particle is constant. Initial velocity of the charge particle is constant. Only x and y will be changing. You see the diagram. When the charge particle moves along the path, x and y value is changing. That's why in this equation, x and y are both variable. So this is the represent of equation of trajectory. If you will put this constant term as a, y is equal to ax square. This mathematical equation is very similar to parabolic path. So we can say that when the charge particle moves in a perpendicular direction to the field, then the path will be parabolic. If it is a rest or moves along the direction of field, we discuss the path is straight line. If it moves perpendicular to the field, path is parabolic. If in exam question find the equation of trajectory, so you can derive this formula. Now you see this constant value. Why it is named as y deflection constant? Now you see, if you will change the value of q, e, m or u, definitely your y coordinate changes. You see the diagram. For a given x coordinate, y will changes if u changes or q changes or e changes. So this parameter is known as y deflection constant. How can you explain? Now if magnitude of charge increases, then y deflection constant. Y deflection constant increases means charge will be deflected more towards positive y axis. Again I am repeating, on which factor the y deflection constant depends. Now it is increases if the q and e value increases, and y value decreases if m and u value decreases. So by using this formula we can solve the various problems of motion of charge particle in the uniform electric field if the charge particle moves in a direction perpendicular to it. Now we will do some extra problems for motion of charge particle in the uniform electric field. Now this is first questions for you. Discuss the motion of a proton or electron. If you will discuss perfectly in proton, then there is no doubt in electron. When both are rest in the uniform electric field. When you discuss, you just draw the diagram. For proton we have to discuss. Simultaneously we have to discuss for electron. This is electric field. For both the cases electric field is directed towards right. Here it is charge particle, that is plus q. Here that is charge particle minus q, because it is proton and it is electron. For both the cases it is initially they are rest. Now instantly electrostatic force acting on it, but the direction of electrostatic force is different. In a positive charge case, force will be direct along the direction of electric field. Here force will act in the opposite to the direction of electric field. For both the cases force is acting, that means both proton and electron will be accelerated. But proton is accelerated along the direction of electric field, electron is accelerated opposite to the direction of electric field. So if a question comes, in the electric field if proton is rest, what happens to its path? Simply you can say proton moves in a straight line path along the direction of electric field with acceleration. Similarly for electron your answer should be, electron also moves in straight line path in the opposite direction of electric field with acceleration. For you should not say retardation. Why you will not say retardation? Now initially it is rest, velocity increases means acceleration. Here initially rest, velocity increases, force is acting means velocity increases. For both the cases charge particles are accelerated, whether it is proton or whether it is electron. Whether it is proton, whether it is electron, for both the cases charge particle is accelerated, but in this case charge particle is accelerated along the direction of electric field, but here the charge particle is accelerated in the opposite direction of the field. Now you see the answer, proton moves in a straight line along the direction of electric field with acceleration. Similarly electron moves in straight line path in the opposite direction of electric field with acceleration. Now another problem for you, discuss the motion of the electron if it is subjected to move in a direction of along electric field. This question is important, you have to think, not to be hurried to give the answer. Don't to be panic, don't to be hurried to give the answer. First you understand what is the problem. Now here question again I am repeating, discuss the motion. We have to discuss where electron will be move, in which manner electron will move. If it is subjected to move in the direction of electric field, first to draw the lines of force, electric field is left to right. Electron moves in a direction along the electric field. I mean initially electron is moving with velocity u, but your physics say that if electron is kept in the electric field instantaneously, that means simultaneously a force is acting on it but opposite to direction of electric field. That means electron decided to go in this direction, but force is acting in the direction. That means it is opposite force is acting along the direction of motion. That means here electron is retardation. So what happens? Initial velocity u is given, so velocity starts to decrease. After time let at this point velocity becomes 0. If velocity becomes 0, as force is acting in this direction, so electron will move in this way. Now we will discuss what happens. Now initially electron moves in a straight line along the direction of electric field with retardation. You understand why I writing here retardation? Because velocity is here but force is acting towards. So body wants to move in this way but force is acting in opposite way. So definitely it will be retardation. So you will say initially the electron moves in a straight line path along the direction of electric field with retardation. When its velocity becomes 0 after some time, it will retraces its path and it will reverse its path with acceleration. First velocity is there, it becomes 0, then velocity increases in opposite direction. So you will write after some time it retraces its path. Retraces its path means it moves in opposite direction of the electric field. So your final answer is, this question maximum time question asked in board exam. If the electron is subjected to move along the direction of electric field, what happens to its path? So initially it is accelerated along the direction of electric field. After some time its velocity becomes 0. Then instantly it retraces its path with acceleration. Now we will go to another problem for you. Problem is what? Now problem is like this. An alpha particle and a proton. That means you have to compare. Alpha particle is a first, second part is your proton. Both are rest and they have to cover the same distance. S is constant. In the given electric field, that means E is constant. Then calculate the ratio of the time taken to cover the distance. This is the formula that just we have read. If you do not remember this formula, then you can go through this. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Ut part will be 0. Put the acceleration, that is qe by m, then you can get this result. So this is the formula, and you comparing in this case, distance is constant, E is constant. So S is constant, E is constant. So only variable is m and q. So time taken for the charge particle depends upon mass and charge. If you compare T alpha by Tp, because question first part is alpha, that's why I have written T alpha, then write Tp. If you use this formula, you see time is increases with increasing mass. If T alpha is upper, then M alpha will be at upper side. Similarly, T proton and MP. So T proportional to M means T alpha by T proton will be M alpha by M proton root over. Similarly, time and charge is inversely. So T alpha by Tp will be reversed. Qp by Q alpha, as a root over is there, you have to read root over. Now you compare just what is the relation between mass of alpha particle and mass of proton. In every time this situation you will face, so you have to remember what is the relation between mass of alpha particle and mass of proton. In every problem you will face this situation. You should remember mass of alpha particle is 4 times mass of proton, and charge of alpha particle is 2 times charge of proton. So you just put the value, here it is 4 and here it is 1 by 2, that is 2, root 2 is 2, 1. So this can be solved by using this formula, and only you have to idea the relation between mass of alpha particle and mass of proton, charge of alpha particle and charge of proton. Again I am writing mass of alpha particle is 4 times mass of proton, because alpha particle contains 2 proton and 2 neutron. Neutron mass is the same as proton mass. So we can say mass of alpha particle is nearly equivalent to 4 times mass of proton, and charge of alpha particles is 2 times charge of proton, because there are 2 protons are there. As no neutron has no charge, so charge of alpha particle is 2 times charge of proton. Now another problem for you. You see the problem. If alpha particle and proton moves with the same initial velocity in x-axis in the direction perpendicular to the field. Perpendicular to the field means you keep in your mind, here the charge particle will describe the parabolic path. Path will be trajectory. And electric field is along y-axis. Then find the ratio of their y coordinate. That means we have to calculate y deflection constant and y coordinate. This is the formula that we have discussed today. Here we are comparing the y deflection, means we have to keep the parameter x constant. Same x coordinate we have to compare y of alpha and y of proton. So x is constant. Same electric field is question, it is given same electric field. Same initial velocity, question itself is given same initial velocity, that is u constant, e constant, x constant. You see the formula, only variable is q by m. Here is also same problem, ratio we have to calculate alpha and proton. First part is alpha, second part is proton, so y alpha by y proton is directly proportional to charge q alpha by qp, and inversely proportional to mass mp by m alpha. Y alpha and m alpha, yp and mp, because inversely. But charge is directly y alpha q alpha, yp qp. Again you put the value, q alpha is equal to 2 qp, qp cancelled out. Here m alpha is equal to 4 mp, mp cancelled out, 2 by 4, that is 1:2. If you will explain this answer with your diagram, you see both alpha particle and proton particle starts from this position origin with the same initial velocity u. Electric field is in this y direction, that means both will describe parabolic path. But your problem says alpha deflection is 1 unit and proton deflection is 2 unit. That means alpha will deflection less, then a double deflection is for proton. Proton deflects more than alpha particle, because your result is showing like that. So this is the problem. There is another problem for you. You see the problem? Considering a proton, first problem is a proton, then an electron. Proton and an electron, both are subjected to move same initial speed. That means u constant in a direction perpendicular to the given electric field. That means path will be parabolic. Then which one will deflect more? Justify with a diagram. First to see the diagram. Electric field is along y-axis. Both proton and electron moves along positive x-axis. First to see, proton will deflect upward, electron will deflect downward. Why? Now proton is a positive charge. Force is acting on it along the direction of electric field. That means Fp, force acting on proton, is positive y-axis because electric field is y-axis. But force acting on electron is a negative y-axis because electric field is positive y-axis. Here physics says that force in opposite direction to the electric field for negative charge particle. For positive charge particle, force always act along the direction of electric field. That's why proton moves upward, electron moves downwards. Now our question is, with the same coordinate, we have to calculate y coordinate of electron and proton. Then we can say that which one will deflect more. You see the formula, y is equal to qe by 2m square into x square. Here we have to take a x constant. Initial velocity is constant is given in our question. Same electric field, as proton and electron have same charge. So q is also constant, only variable is mass, y proportional to 1 by m. That means more is the mass, less is the deflection. Less is the mass, more is the deflection. Out of electron and proton, you know that mass of electron is less. So y deflection of electron will be more. So we can say that electron will deflect more. Then you see the diagram. For same x coordinate, y covers this amount of vertical displacement, but electron covers maximum displacement. Because electron is a light particle, proton is a heavy particle. So heavy particle deflect less. Light particle deflect more because y proportional to 1 by m. So this is the problem that today we have discussed. What is the motion of how the charge particle moves, whether it is a positive charge particle or negative charge particle in the uniform electric field. First thing you remember, if the charge particle is at rest, then it will describe a straight line path along the direction of electric field if it is positive charge, opposite to the direction of electric field if it is a negative charge. If the charge particle is subjected to move along the direction of electric field, path remains straight line. Important topic is, if the charge particle moves perpendicular to the electric field, then path will be parabolic, and you should remember this formula. This is the equation of trajectory, and this formula is very useful for calculation of y deflection if the data are given, or you can compare the for two charge particles with their y deflections. In exam, this type of questions are coming, so you should do other problems in your books. Thank you all. So next class we will discuss the electric flux. That is a very important topic for electrostatics. Thank you all.